Howdy folks, and welcome back to Dungeon Meshi. Today we're going to be watching episode 14, which is titled Sea Serpent. I am a little unsure how things are going to go from here. Granted, I know that we ended the last episode saying that we were going to be headed back up to the surface to regroup, reevaluate, and essentially lead an elite strike force down to find the Mad Mage, find Fallon again. But I'm a little iffy on the kind of timeline of how we get up there. I don't think we can cast like an exit spell to get all the way to the top. I think Marcel had said something along those lines a couple episodes ago. So I don't think conditions would have changed to let them do that now. Which means we might also be headed back up the way we came, and we might get a couple episodes backtracking to the serpent, I almost said to the serpent, to the surface, in which case we might be passing by this underground lake area, which we spent, I think, 3 episodes a couple episodes ago. So I was kind of ready to be done with that area, but getting another adventure there, hey, we'll see what they have for us, especially after this kind of status quo shift of the last couple episodes. This show has been absolutely phenomenal the last couple. The Red Dragon saga has truly been peak so far. I know there's a lot more to go. We're only halfway done with this season, plus whatever they have for us in season 2. So I'm sure there's a lot of goodness incoming. But just what a downer of an ending of that last episode. Just like, it really felt like a big defeat, which I know, I'm sure they are not structuring things this way in this show, but typically like in a 3-act play, you would get like a large victory at the end of Act 1, a big defeat at the end of Act 2, and then like supreme victory at the end of Act 3. Obviously, the way this is working, this isn't quite that because there's so much to go. But if you kind of think about it, the victory over the dragon being kind of the big victory, and then the big defeat being Fallon being taken again, and the Mad Mage essentially alerted to our presence. So at the very least, that kind of tracks. So like I said, I'm curious to see what this has in store for us, what the tone is going to be, because shit was kind of terrible last time. So I'm expecting shit to still kind of be a little terrible today. But hey, all that's left to do is to watch. So let's scooch over here as I get ready to hit play. Thank you for watching me watch this thing. Hey, you might be thinking, you look a little disheveled tonight. And first of all, fuck you. That's a rude thing to say. But secondly, you would be correct. I just got back today from a 7-day business trip, which is quite long if you've ever had to deal with anything like that. And this is coincidentally the first thing I've recorded in over a week at this point. So I fingers crossed, pray to God that I remember how to be funny, how to do commentary, but I'm sure things will be fine. So just bear with me because I am quite tired, but I'm going to give this my all. I really want to see what happens here. Do all the YouTube things. Leave a like for me being disheveled and out of sorts tonight. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you see even more of these videos come out. As you watch along with me, like I said, we're halfway done with the first season now, half a season to go, and then I don't know if we have any kind of a release date in store for season 2, but whenever that airs, I'll be watching that right away. Hey, and if you want to see this or any other episode of Dungeon Meshi early, uncut, unedited, there's a link to the Patreon down in the description below. All that being said, let us get started with episode 14 of Dungeon Meshi, Sea Serpent, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is new. This is already very new. Different song. Very nice animation. 3. Oh, okay. It sounded like they said 1 and 2 for... Oh, there's 3. Okay. Oh, I like this already. I like those little flashes, the 1, 2, 3 flashes in there. All right, so I'm on the lookout for monsters I can recognize that we're going to be eating here, because it looks like we're getting a good amount of new visuals here. It's a lot more monster focused than the last one. Whereas the last OP was very... I'm going to talk about this as soon as it ends. I'm just kind of taking it all in here. Oh, that's cute. Okay. All right. Gonna leave it. Oh god, I just got the first frame of the episode. It's still just Marcel just passed the fuck out with like the good medicine training from her mouth. That's awesome. As everyone else is sharing a healthy looking group hug, presumably just mere moments after the end of the last episode. That was a lot of fun. The biggest difference being, I feel like the first OP was a lot more focused on like the wider cast of characters, like even more so than Laios, Chilchuck, Senshi, and Marcel. We got a lot of the side characters. We got a lot of Namari. We even got a lot of the swordsman guy whose name I don't remember because he hasn't been relevant. In addition to those kind of like those big panning shots of all the male characters and then all the female characters are switched, one of the two. It was a lot more character focused, whereas this one, it was pretty much mostly just focused on our 4 main cast, but with a lot of the food and monster stuff going on. So I don't know if that's going to be like a shift for the show itself. Kind of things are going to be heavier from here on out. I know some people kind of hinted at that in the comments of some of the videos. But yeah, I mean, like Chilchuck running by carrying a giant tentacle. A couple flashes of just a couple new monsters, as well as kind of a group shot of a bunch of monsters kind of looking at the party, if I remember correctly. So that's an interesting contrast. We still did get like the kind of group shots of all of the characters kind of staying there, but they were a lot more subdued, a lot harder to make out. You couldn't just kind of like pan your eyes over and just catch all the details because they were stylized, whereas the monsters looked a lot more how they were supposed to. In some of those shots. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm actually onto something, or I mean, that's just what I caught. Regardless, because I was too busy watching that for the first time. My tea for today is peppermint, because even though it's caffeine free, I've heard people say that peppermint tends to like perk you up a little bit. So I'm hoping that that's the case. But regardless, we'll see. All right. Now that we've seen the new OP, let's finally get on with the episode. 3, 2, 1, go. You know, all that stuff.
Laios and crew are returning to the surface.
I just don't want to lose any of you.
While their bonds are growing ever stronger, let's go back in time a bit.
Is the narrator going to tell us what he's been up to?
Are you feeling all right? Your injuries weren't too severe.
Yeah, that's that guy from that other party, right?
Goat's blood to replace what you lost.
Yo, a goat transfusion goes crazy.
You should be thankful to whoever pulled you out.
Where's our fucking barley?
I know this scent. Elf.
I love the dogmen so much.
Half-foot. Dwarf. The ones who stole our treasure.
I had a feeling it was those guys.
Also, and I love that, kind of like Senshi, you know, Senshi just has no animation when he talks. The kobold is just kind of like as he talks.
This is plenty, thank you.
They're adventurers? Aren't you? Need something?
Let's go, Namari.
Oh,
Do you know Namari? Didn't you used to travel with them?
You have no integrity.
Hey, I don't use someone's height to determine whether or not I hang out with them.
Dang, the least racist character in the show, it seems.
I got stolen by those guys again!
Food.
Are you kidding me?
It's so weird.
That half-foot is very, very animated. I mean, Chilchuck is too, but this one even more so.
We really should teach them a lesson.
Let's go back.
Wait, you're joking,
Again.
right? Shouldn't we go after them?
We don't have any food, though, so we shouldn't go any further. How about we admit defeat for now?
Oh, are they all gonna end up like in the town together?
Oh, man. I can't believe we're not making any profit this time.
Just like every other time. We've never made profit, come to think about it. Also, I'm wondering, the fact that they're still in this area,
So much fog.
is this going to be a full episode
be
just
careful,
focusing on
everyone.
them? Wait a minute. Wait. I just remembered. The narrator note said a little bit ago. Is this going to be because of like what was happening while they were fighting the red dragon? Like what was going on with the whole rest of the fucking dungeon? That would be a cool way to show us if that is the case. But regardless, we might get a full episode with these guys. Yes, we checked in with Laios and crew and everything. But this, if it's going to play out the way I'm expecting it to, this is like a lot more interesting, actually. I'm kind of digging this.
This fog didn't occur naturally. It's from a monster.
A sea serpent, maybe. I read the title of this episode. Oh, that's just a chunky fishman.
There are so many of them.
There are. Oh, guess I'll die again. Is he by himself too?
That axe seems familiar. This swinging motion. I know it all too well. That's right. This is...
What?
Everything's fine. Just calm down.
What?
This fog's illusion magic.
Okay.
The confused one with their weapon drawn is Kuro. And the one zoning out across from him is Home.
That's interesting. See, I wish I knew the actual names of these characters, though.
Rin. She's already in mid-chant.
Uh-oh.
She has the power to turn us all into ashes instantly. The only peaceful way to stop a chanting magic user is...
Oh. Okay. What if that one actually was a fishman?
Ren, you get it, right? This is all an illusion.
That kiss wasn't.
Too bad she looks like a monster.
But I kind of like it,
In
though.
order to stop this fog that was conjured,
I have to kiss all of them.
those who attack with weapons aren't casters. They're always observing things from afar. That one.
Oops, that one's actually one of your party members.
All right, we surrender.
Oh, it's like a whole ass other party.
They're the corpse retrievers from upstairs.
I was gonna say, he's got like a scar on his forehead. That's like anime shorthand for a bad guy.
It's more profitable to retrieve corpses from a deeper floor, because the island pays more for it.
Also, if you create the corpses, you can just retrieve the ones you make and just make infinite profit, right? It's like an infinite money glitch.
But you were a little too late. When you found us, we'd already been revived by someone else. It made you panic, so you decided to use illusion magic to turn us all against each other.
Having you kill each other would have been the best scenario.
Infinite money glitch, right?
We didn't think you'd die so quickly from being attacked by mere monsters.
I mean, to be fair, they died pretty quickly from being attacked by everything else, right?
I'm reporting you to the Island Lord.
How about we make a deal?
No.
It'd be wasteful for you to go back empty-handed. 2 of my party members were unfortunately taken out. Deliver them to the resurrection office. You should earn a decent amount of money for doing that.
Those 2 are just unconscious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's some kind of a
We'll
catch to
testify
this,
that
right?
they got attacked by fishmen. We're gonna take 40. No, 30% of it. How's that?
Nah,
That's
that's
pretty
a
good deal, isn't it?
That's a shitty setup.
All right.
No,
Do it.
you idiot. You gonna shank the other guy, right? Yep. Alright.
Yeah,
Good
that
shit.
makes more sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you for not being as dumb as I thought. Damn, he is good with it, though. How does he keep getting killed? Their corpses just slowly start sinking into the water.
Kuro, go find Mick and bring him back, will ya?
We know he can talk, but I just love that he just barked. It's like a Barkus from the Owl House, a very minor character that I wish had more screen time because he made me laugh every time.
People who make a living by stealing from others keeps growing. Good people from this island will leave if this continues. I can't forgive people like you. Have mercy.
And all of this, they're showing us this to kind of, get in our head, like what they're going to try to do to our party when they come across them, right? No thoughts. I'm disposing of bodies.
It was the first solution I could think of.
What are you saying?
Oh, that's how it looked like from her end. Nice.
We have to lift this place's curse and fast. The world doesn't need monsters and dungeons.
It's interesting to think when the gold is all gone, all that's left is the wish. And is that worth like the extreme difficulty to get down there, even though it could be...
Some pretty valuable things on him.
Oh,
All right.
that's cool.
Let's only take their food and then sink the rest of it.
What? Why sink it?
We want to be like that other party. They took the food and they threw the jewels away.
How about we eat a little something?
Let's do it.
Travel rations for adventures. Let's see. So like some bacon, some nuts and fruits, a little bread, some water. It's pretty basic. I still don't know whether to put this on the tier list, right? Because yes, it is a prepared dish. It's not. I'm trying to think if there's anything on the tier list that hasn't been made by Senshi, or I'm still waiting on the Red Dragon 3 episode to go live to figure out if the good medicine should count, right? But as I'm looking through here, I think everything else has been pretty much prepared by or with our group. The orc bread was made by the orcs, but we were there. Yeah, it's all been Senshi. And sometimes Marcel, sometimes orcs. I think maybe one time Laos. So, do I put this on there? Travel rations for adventurers. It is one of the most basic things I've ever seen. We didn't see the prep work that went into it. They obviously the bandits had it, so they just kind of had it on them. So yes, even though it is a presented meal, I'm also going to opt to not put this one on the tier list because I didn't get the history lesson of the meal. I didn't get, everything that went into it, right? And like I said, it is just basic as fuck. Yeah, that bacon looks good, but I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. So I'm going to wait for the sea serpent, see if they cook and prepare that, and kind of, maybe you're not so different from our party, right? Even though you're going to track us down and make us pay retribution, right? For the 2 times that we've stolen your food. But we'll see. But travel rations for adventurers. Meh.
It's time for us to dig in. Whoa!
Is that like their version of the "it's ready"?
We're dealing with a dwarf and a tall man, and an elf and a half-foot.
What are you muttering?
Those are the people in the party that put the ghost warding spell on us.
Ugh, the ones who stole our treasure.
The ones who stole our food.
Is that Sungwon Cho as well? That kind of sounded like him. I know that the kobold has talked before, but the way he said that line, "and the ones who stole our food," I think I mentioned before, but I've been watching, as I've been going through Danganronpa 2, I've been watching the Pro ZD Let's Play. And he voices like half the characters, and the person that he's playing the game with voices the other half. So we get a lot of different Sungwon Cho voices, and some of the one-offs that he does kind of have that same kind of cadence to them. So it wouldn't surprise me if he voiced him as well. Hey, who wouldn't love to voice just a silly little dogman with not a single thought in its head? I love it. And I know it's a kobold, and I keep calling him a dogman, but just look at him. It's a term of endearment. I hope that's not being racist of me. I love the dogman. Also, Dogman by King's X is a banger of an album that I listen to all the time. Great for running, too. If you like kind of 90s grunge rock kind of stuff, check it out if you haven't. It's a good one.
Having only 4 party members is odd. It's more reckless than anything.
That magic's not in my area of expertise.
Let me see.
Ooh, are they going to be able to tell that it's like ancient?
Honor student. Everyone from there all writes spells in the same way. I'm confident it was an elf specifically.
Interesting. Nice deduction, too.
This all makes sense now. It's only a speculation.
Also, nice way to get around animating the mouth.
Really happy. It's gotta be the Toten siblings party.
Oh.
First, the younger sister of the duo used to be a student at a magic school.
Uh-huh.
The elf and the younger sister in that party looked like they got along well.
Very well.
Siblings would have had 2 different scents. Could that be the reason they're recklessly exploring with such a small party?
Exactly. They lost either the brother or the sister and wanted to go save them, but the party had a dispute about it. That's what I gathered, considering we saw one of them in a new party.
It's pretty accurate, actually.
It seems like they've been having disputes about goals and income.
And that's why he recognized Namari, right?
So isn't it weird that they apparently still have a dwarf with them?
They must have a new dwarf tagging along.
Do we know exactly who this party consists of?
Let's see.
Do you remember Chilchuck?
I'm not positive, but I think the half-foot is Chilchuck.
Wow, your memory is incredible.
Shuro, Namari, and one of the siblings aren't there anymore, and the new dwarf may have joined their ranks.
It's interesting that we're seeing all this, and yes, it's impressive that they can deduct all of this and everything, but like in terms of watching this, like this is all shit that we
He
know.
disappeared
Oh.
after he was found embezzling money.
New shit.
It was that incident that ruined the Island Lord's image of us dwarves. Ever since that happened, a lot of us dwarves faced hardships, including myself.
Okay.
Whoever it is insane then. I know a couple of
Senshi is a little
Shield
insane.
guy too. He's delusional in his old age and seems to think he's the representative of the half-wits on this island. When he makes a contract with someone, he's like, go through the guild and pay me a broker's fee. He's a greedy little bastard.
Okay.
If the guild found out I hired a kobold, they'd definitely say something to me. You wouldn't want that. You like working for me, right, Kuro?
Yes, I do.
Rick feeds me. He's the best boss I could ask for.
I love it. But yeah, I like how I was complaining that it's all information that we know, and just kind of watching them figure out is like, okay, now what? And then we immediately got followed up on with new lore information about the world. So cool. Thanks, show.
He came to the island with some people from his town.
Okay.
Decided to join the Toadin party. It didn't seem like he was a mere peasant, and wanted to use the dungeon to test his strength. Don't think he'd be concerned about money or danger.
And I think it's interesting because he's still to this date the only one that we've never like straight up like met or interacted with, right?
I thought it was a boring case of theft, but I think things are gonna get real interesting. So
Okay.
I really hope it's the Toadin's party, because one of my greatest wishes is to be there for the moment when their mask finally comes off.
You
Oh.
got some kind of grudge against them?
They've done nothing to me personally,
I mean, except for steal the food, right?
but most of their earnings were given to their party members who were too injured to explore.
Okay.
Happy ending.
It's a moving story, if I didn't tell you all the rest of it.
Uh-oh.
They weren't actually still injured, and just pocketed the money. They never went back to adventuring. Now they sell illegally manufactured goods on the island.
I'm just, the
That's
wheels
why
are just
I
turning
really
up
don't
here.
think those siblings should be the ones to inherit it. They don't seem to care about that. They're not leaders.
I mean, yeah,
Just
Laios
like the
really
Island
isn't.
Lord.
We completely get it, Kabru.
We already know you're the only one fit to lead.
Okay. So, illicit dealings with Laios and Fallon? We know that at some point there was some shit that went wrong between them, because Fallon did say to Laios, don't come with me. It's time that we split up, or something along those lines, right? So could it be because of that? Like, I don't know. See, everything he said, like, he's deduced, and we've seen, you know, the fact that we saw that whole first half of that deduction was like, okay, he's correct, 100% correct. That leads us to believe that the rest of the information he has given us is also correct. So now that when he hits us with this, it's just, I'm unsure how to feel, because I know how much of a good boy Laios is, and I'm just trying to, I think I'm going to have to rewatch this scene again at some point, and I will when I go through editing, but is that so bad? Like, we've spent so much time with Laios. We know how genuine he is when it comes to his passion for eating the monsters that they slay, right? His adventure of trying new foods, let's just put it that way. So, yes, we also know they brought it back to say, you know, he doesn't care about any of that as far as the wish and inheriting the kingdom and all that stuff. He's no leader. Yeah, he's not. He just wants to eat. He wants to save his sister, and he wants to eat. So part of me is like, is that just kind of a story that he's telling, like making things worse than they're supposed to be, to kind of like help him to be like, all right, these are the bad guys. When I find them, I'm going to deal with them and all this stuff. And that's kind of what keeps him going. I don't know. I mean, multiple things can be true, right? It's one of those things I might be harping on a detail that just isn't important. You know, oh, all that's in the past. We don't do that anymore. I regret it so much, you know, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, we spent the last 13 episodes for the most part with Laios and Fallon, or Laios and the rest of the party. And, you know, we root for them. So this information, I don't really know what to do with, because it's not really going to change my opinion of Laios and everybody else, right? And, you know, the whole thing about Chilchuck being greedy and you know, all the stuff, right? Like, yes, we know that Chilchuck is in these things for the money, yet he's stuck with us anyway. You know, once again, I don't know what to do with this info because we love Chilchuck. He's a good boy. He hates mimics, but that's okay because he'll at least try one, right? So it's just weird. I don't know what to do with this information. This feels like very much like that there was an interlude chapter that they had just enough little tidbits of lore in that they had to adapt into the anime. You know, there's only a couple minutes left, so shit could get crazy by the end, but for the most part here, I'm just kind of sitting here like, I don't know what to do with any of this information. Yes, it's cool to see more of this party and to get a little more of their personalities, especially the dogmen, but yeah, other than that, it's more of a wait and see. Like, it's definitely set up for next time. It's a weird one, folks. I'm real curious to know what y'all think about this episode, because especially compared to the last three, like, that have all been like up here. I mean, except for like the second half of the last episode, which was like, you know, at a level down here, as it was kind of the inter-character politics of the group and everything. This one's like a down here kind of, so to speak. Yes, we've had some action, and I'm not complaining about it for that. It's just, I still don't know what to do with this information. This is a weird one, folks. I gotta know what y'all think about this one. Please let me know in the comments below. Like I said, we still have a couple minutes left. We still have seen no sea serpent. So let's continue, I guess.
Well, if we're still having trouble with random monsters in here, we've clearly got a long ways to go.
Yeah, you're right. We should probably start heading out now.
I hope that we can return without any more incidents.
There's about to be another incident.
It's Bladefish!
Don't let the fish distract you! The real danger's right under our...
Yep.
A kraken? No,
Nope.
a sea serpent! You've got to do something, Kabru. It's not moving in a complicated way. Discern its movements.
Yep.
Find this carotid artery.
Okay, that's
Where
good
even is
little
that artery?
payoff for what they were saying earlier.
Excuse me.
Ooh, what? What the fuck?
My lord! If you'd please!
There he is! Wow.
My lord!
My lord.
That was simply incredible. Are there any stains on your garment?
No.
It was a clean cut.
Shall we rest here for a meal?
No, not in the
Press
water.
on.
You idiot.
I've changed my mind.
Are we joining this party now?
I'm Kabru. May I ask your names?
You may not.
Sorry for eavesdropping, but I think you were looking for a woman?
How did you know?
Do you have any info?
We just rewatched the entire episode again.
We may be able to help you out in your search for Fallon Totem.
Kuro, cut it
Oh
out!
no.
Stop making that face because it's scary!
That is scary. I hate it.
Kabru and his party will be continuing into the dungeon. Back to the present.
Okay, present time.
Laios' group.
Oh, they're still
2
group
days
hugging.
after deciding to return home.
We hit a dead end.
No.
Another dead
No.
I'm so hungry.
How do they get out?
Tired. So thirsty.
They are currently lost and on the verge of death.
Well, shit. Oh, there go. Ooh, new ED as well. I mean, I'm only gonna see a couple seconds of it before Netflix hits next episode, but okay, you know, just as I was complaining how slow the episode was and everything, like I said, oh, there's a couple minutes left, it could get crazy. Shit got crazy. And just as I was complaining that Shuro, right, was the only character that we hadn't seen from the original party, guess who shows up? Well, it certainly brought me back by the end. Was it enough to redeem the episode to bring it up to the upper echelons of the show? Absolutely not. Was it intriguing for me to kind of have a hook to take me to the next one? Yes, it was. Yeah, overall, this wasn't my favorite episode. I found it'll be a bitch to edit, I feel like. there's just going to be long stretches of time where I just like cut out just because. So hopefully that makes it for an easy edit. But at the same time, like in terms of the enjoyment of the episode itself, this one's going to be lower for me. You know, like I said, like when they linger in a single location for too long, that kind of wears on me because the novelty of seeing something new is kind of gone, and it kind of really has to be a banger of an episode in order to, you know, really intrigue me. The Kraken they fought, if they somehow fought the Kraken after the Undine or Undine or whatever it was, how you pronounce it, I don't think I ever got an answer there. That would have been different because the Kraken was like a cool big thing to fight, right? Whereas, yes, the Undine was scary as hell, but it was just, you know, a little water elemental, right? And at that point, that was like the third episode in that area. So there's just kind of, you know, we had already seen a lot there, and we had already seen the big thing go down, which apparently there's the sea serpent, which was also a big thing that we missed out on. But, you know, the other party took care of it, right? Man, sure. I'm just thinking, like, you know, all we knew about Shuro is that he left the party, that he had a thing for Fallon, and now here it is. He has all this whole party that's like literally calling him master, right? I was just talking that it was interesting to have an episode focusing on this secondary party that we've been seeing every now and again. Now I want another episode focusing on this third party, the Shuro party, because I need to know what happened there. Granted, they said that Shuro probably wasn't lacking for money or anything like that, so he can probably just whip together any old party that he wanted, and, you know, they'll call him master, right? So that might be less of an interesting story, but it certainly is an interesting makeup of characters. I couldn't quite tell. One looked like a barbarian, looked like she had a spiked club, right? The one with the horns. I feel like I should know what that creature is, but I cannot think of the name. Shit, that's bothering me why I can't think of the name. Oh, one of my friends is gonna kill me. One of my friends who's big into D&D loves this race, and I am just kicking myself that I can't think of what they are. Fuck. Tiefling? Right? Tiefling, right? Hold on. Just gonna click images. Kind of. Yeah, they got the horns. I think I got there. Good job, Tallman. So let's see, a barbarian there. Obviously Shuro is the swordsman, the clean cut, right? I'm trying to think if I saw someone else with a sword as well. I don't think you would have two swords people in the party, right? One looked like a cleric or something, the one who was asking if he had any wounds. And then other than that, I'm having trouble remembering what else. I mean, a lot of them, the flashes were so fast in the battle, right? That it's, you know, I would need to spend a little bit more time with them to kind of see their strengths. I didn't even know that lady in this party was a caster until this episode when the illusion stuff was happening. So, hey, we got two parties linking up, one party just going through it, struggling, and on the verge of death, the narrator said, right? So, yeah, this was, like I said, this was an interesting one. It kind of bucked a lot of storytelling, like, trends, right? To just kind of give us this weird kind of interlude episode that gave us bits and pieces of information, but for the most part was like almost like a recap episode. I know sometimes I've watched shows where they, you know, take a break in airing a brand new episode and pretty much just air a recap. But typically when you see those go to streaming, those aren't included. Unless you do something really creative, like find a way to recap it pretty uniquely. I wouldn't really say that this qualifies because it's just people going around talking about it, but think about like the Ember Island players from Avatar. Like the second to last episode before the 4-part finale is just them watching a play of the events of the show that happened so far, with several details being wrong. Incredible recap episode. But for the most part, like I think back to JoJo's, occasionally you would get like little recap episodes that was pretty much just scenes of previous episodes kind of stitched together, kind of explaining the plot up to that point, which makes sense after the big red dragon stuff. And, you know, like I said, the first episode of like a second half of the season, right? So I can kind of get it, but at the same time, I kind of wish there was just a little bit more to it. So once again, not my favorite episode, but like I said, damn good hook for next time. So at least I'm grateful for that. So I'm not just like, sometimes as a reactor, you go into episodes, like depending on how certain episodes ended or whatever, like I don't want to say I was dreading this one, but like I've certainly, pun intended, had my fill, right? With all the Red Dragon stuff, how big and juicy those episodes were, and it was just kind of like, okay, well, now where do we go from here? Because obviously it's not going to keep that same energy, right? So a little apprehensive about recording this one, and my fears were a little bit my fears were a little bit confirmed, I would say. But hey, like I said, damn good hook though. I'm right back in it for this next one, folks. Can't wait to see what's in store, and I hope you can't wait either. I hope these next episodes coming up are bangers. So hey, like I said before, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you skip it on rewatches? Let me know. And other than that, don't forget to leave a like on your way out, and I'll catch you next time with the next episode of Dungeon Meshi. Delicious in Dungeon. Take it easy, everybody.